Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Kavita Nursing Notes, and today we are going to discuss with angina pectoris, that is also called as angina. So first we will define the term angina pectoris. In the Latin word we can say that angina means strangulation. Okay, in Latin word we can say angina means strangulation, and pectoris means chest. So there is strangulation in our chest, tightness in our chest. So let's start with definition. Angina pectoris is a medical term for chest pain. In medical term we say that angina is a chest pain or discomfort in the chest due to coronary heart disease. So coronary arteries are the arteries which supply blood to our heart for meeting its oxygen and nutrition demand. So if there is damage or if there is atherosclerotic formation in our coronary arteries due to the deposition of fat, lipid and cholesterol, then the supply of blood is decreased to the myocardial cell. So it occurs when the heart muscles does not get as much blood as it need due to narrowed or blocked arteries. So as I told you that our coronary arteries supply blood to our heart muscle cell, which is also called as myocardial muscle cells. Okay, these are called as myocardial cells. And if the myocardial cell will not able to receive oxygen supply due to the blockage in our coronary artery, which is also called as atherosclerosis, due to atherosclerosis. So there we will feel uncomfortable, pressure, fullness, squeezing and severe form of chest pain. Okay, because the oxygen demand is not met in the heart muscle cell, so there will be pain in the center of chest, and we can say that the pain happens in the substernal region at the back of sternum bone. In the center of chest, patient feel a severe form of thrashing, crushing, pressure, fullness and squeezing type of pain. So let's discuss with types of angina pectoris. So this is divided into 5 parts. First is stable angina. So stable, as a name suggests, stable. It is stable, okay. So this type of angina it occurs when patient is involved in some kind of physical activity. If patient is doing a physical activity which is having a lot of exertion in his activity, there is emotional stress, there is cold temperature and taking heavy meals, then patient will feel a pain in his chest. It is not a severe form of angina. It can be subside if the patient take a rest. Okay, if patient take rest, it could be subside. This type of pain happens only when the heart muscles are not able to get proper oxygen supply. Means when the heart muscles do a lot of workload. When the workload in the heart get increased due to our physical activity, emotional stress and cold temperature, and the demand of myocardial cells is not met, then this type of pain occurs. Okay, and this type of pain can also relieved by using vasodilator, that is NTG, nitroglycerin, okay, which can be taken through sublingual. The route of NTG is sublingual. Next is unstable angina. This is, the name suggests it as unstable. It is unstable. Okay, so angina pectoris can occur anytime. Means this type of angina can happen at any time, even when the patient is taking a rest, mainly at the resting position. He is not doing any physical activity, and the pain start to happen due to the formation of thrombus. Thrombus will form in the coronary artery. This type of pain is very severe, which can lead to heart attack. Okay, this type of angina is severe and it lead to heart attack, and it is a sign of future myocardial infarction. An unstable type of angina remains for a longer period, and the episode of angina pectoris are irregular. Okay, this type of episodes are irregular and the time period is very long. Unstable angina can't be released through giving NTG to the patient. Okay, so it is a severe form of angina. Next, as before going to the next, there is a coronary artery, and this type of angina happens when this atherosclerotic plaque get breaked and a thrombus, blood is moving through it, but the endothelials are infected. So what is the function of endothelial cells? It will not release the nitric oxide and prostacyclin. Nitric oxide and prostacyclin. When the nitric oxide and prostacyclin will not release, then the blood clot will not dissolve, because this endothelial cell helps in the dissolving of the thrombus blood clot, and this is not released due to the damage of endothelial cells, which is the inner layer of coronary artery. Then blood will not able to flow properly, and it is the blockage. Okay, so this is severe form of angina. Next is variant angina. Mainly the variant angina is also called as Prinzmetal form of angina. We can call it other name, Prinzmetal angina, or we can say that it is also called as vasospasmatic angina. Because this happens, the name suggests vasospasm. There is a spasm in the coronary artery. The diameter of coronary artery get reduced due to the spasm formation. There is a spasm happens because of the constriction, regular constriction of coronary artery, and this diameter will get reduced and there will be reduced supply of blood. This form of angina could be released through the rest and by giving nitroglycerin tablet through sublingual route. Next comes the fourth number, that is silent angina. As the name suggests, silent, it is painless angina. Patient does not feel any pain. Mainly this type of angina happens in the younger age group. For the temporary period, heart does not able to receive enough blood supplied, and silent form of angina happens mainly in the young age. Next comes the microvascular angina. Micro means small blood vessels. So in this type of angina, tiny blood vessels of heart obstructed. The blood vessels which are small and tiny, there is obstruction in that blood vessels due to the infection of our endothelial cells. That is the innermost lining of our coronary artery. Okay, so when there is a any infection in our endothelial cell, then they will not able to release our nitric oxide and prostacyclin, and it could result in a obstruction and the blood flow will not able to reach to our heart muscle cell. Okay, next come the etiology and causes. This happens to the patients who are suffering from coronary artery disease or coronary heart disease due to the formation of atherosclerotic plaque. So blood will not able to reach our heart myocardial cells. If the patient someone is having high level of bad cholesterol in their blood, mainly our LDL cholesterol, which is also called as low density lipoprotein, it results in the formation of lipids and fat deposition in our coronary artery. Smoking and tobacco, mainly these products have nicotine, which could irritate our coronary artery, and they can damage our coronary artery innermost lining. Alcohol increase the hypertension, and due to the increase of hypertension, high blood pressure, it could damage our endothelial cells. Uncontrolled diabetes, sugar deposition. Okay, physical inactivity, or the patient who are obese, who have sedentary lifestyle, could also result in happening of CAD, and it results in angina pectoris. Mainly in the sex, if we talk, it happens mainly in the man. Angina pectoris have more chances in men, but it have chances in women if a woman is menopaused. If the menstruation had stopped, then it could happen after 55 years of age in women. If we are eating a heavy meals, it will result in the increase of oxygen demand to the myocardial cell, which would be not fulfilled due to our coronary artery. Excessive fat deposition, salty diet result in the formation of sodium, and sodium will increase the blood pressure, which will damage our coronary artery. If there is a emotional stress, family history, if patient is having any type of coronary artery disease, that it can inherit in his generation. Spasm in the coronary artery, and we have talked about microvascular constriction. Okay, so let's discuss with the pathophysiology. Okay, in pathophysiology, suppose that by any cause, we have read, suppose patient is having CAD, there is a bad cholesterol, smoking, diabetes, whatever cause we have read, due to that cause there is vasospasm. Okay, there is a spasm, means there is narrowing in our coronary artery, diameter get reduced, and there is a fixed stenosis happen in our coronary artery. Stenosis means narrowing of our arteries diameter. Then due to atherosclerotic formation, there is blood obstruction, which leads to a thrombus formation. Okay, thrombus formation, and result in the insufficient coronary blood flow, means the coronary blood flow will not able to reach up to the myocardial cells. Then our myocardial cells demand of oxygen get increased. Okay, so decrease oxygen supply to meet an increased myocardial demand for oxygen. So due to less supply of blood to our myocardial cells, due to the narrow pathway, there is a decreased supply of oxygen to our myocardial cell. So for compensation of that oxygen demand, our body cell will do, our heart cell, which are called as myocardial cell, will do metabolism process through an aerobic form of metabolism. Without oxygen, there will be metabolism happens in our heart muscles tissue, and it leads to lactic acid formation. Okay, so when the lactic acid get accumulated, it will result into the irritation of nerve fiber, myocardial nerve fibers, which will send a stimulation of pain receptor within myocardium, and the pain receptors will reach up to the myocardial cells. It will irritate their fibers, and the pain receptor will reach there, and patient will feel a severe form of crushing chest pain, which is called as angina pectoris, or severe form of chest pain. Thank you friend, this was part first. Stay tuned for part second.